dialogue is a truly hemisphere-wide community that embraces the incredible diversity of this region. We are committed to advancing democratic governance, shared prosperity, and social equity across the hemisphere. We exist to advance the collective interests of the Americas.
We are in Washington, D.C. There are dignitaries, diplomats, heads of state, heads of cities, leaders, thought leaders, people from across the hemisphere joined here tonight to celebrate, discuss their ability and the platform in which they can dialogue.
Inter-American dialogue is a fundamental institution for the region. It plays an incredibly important role in bringing together diverse actors from all different sectors into a really trusted space where we can have a dialogue about the most challenging issues facing the region today.
To be in a room where people who had such diverging opinions and perspectives could dialogue. And at this time where agreement and consensus seems like a far, far away dream, I am thrilled to be in this room. I'm honored to take part of this gala.
It is a pleasure to be here today at the House of the Americas, attending the annual gala of the Inter-American Dialogue. The OAS work tirelessly to protect democracy and human rights in the region. Fortunately, we have very good partners like the Inter-American Dialogue.
And tonight's themes, social inclusion and sustainable development, were central pillars of the presidential campaign that resulted in my and my running mate's election in Guatemala this past August. Once we take office, these themes will continue to be central pillars of our government plan for Guatemala over the next 4 years. Despite Guatemala's many and long-standing challenges, a better future is within our reach.
A public intellectual and activist of renown in Brazil, Jamila, coordinator of the organization Plural Feminisms Institute, has promoted the empowerment of women and girls, explored the intersectionality of gender and class in Brazilian feminism, and addressed the import and impact of domestic violence in Brazilian society.
We have many problems as a country, of course, but it is important to talk about Brazil, which is much more than caipirinha. The Brazil of indigenous people, the Brazil of the black population, who is the majority in our country, the Brazil of Quilombola people, the people who fight daily to transform the Brazilian society.
In a time when polarization, populism, and increased sense of insularity are eroding the social fabrics of our communities, and as the frequency of natural disasters increases due to climate change, Highness work provides a clear path to action.
Why is there an exodus in Venezuela? Why does migration become a tricky subject in North America? And the root cause is democracy, or the failure of democracies in our hemisphere. It doesn't matter where you were born or what your name is. We want to build a city around you that can give you the opportunity to chase your dreams.
So tonight, as you consider your work with the dialogue, I ask you to think about how we can work together to continue to move forward the collective interests of our hemisphere.